Hey guys! Guess I can't listen to music and videotape at the same time. So, I am once again getting in the car. Been trying to get a hold of my grandmother all day long. And, she ain't biting. So, me and my stubborn butt are getting in the car and we're gonna go over to her house. Make sure she's alright. So, that's what we're doing. Weird. Okay, so, my window's just like randomly fogged up. It's not even cold outside. So we're going over to Grandma's house and we're going to see if she's alright and if she's alive. So, hopefully, both answers are yes. So, I went and I've been real busy all day long. I got up this morning at 8 o'clock, 8:30, when the doctor called. After the doctor called, I got up, I went and signed the HIPAA form for my job, so that way they can get everything done. Then I went to lunch with my dad, and then I took him home. So I went from Aurora to Springfield, back to Purdy, then back home. I took Jackson to get his hair cut and his nails trimmed, and he did fantastic, by the way, just so you know. And then I went to, and then I went back to Springfield to go to Sam's Club with Nevada and Jay. And then after I got home from that, I decided, I'm kind of hungry after all this running around. So, I went ahead and I took a shower, I fixed my hair, I did my makeup. I mean, when I do my hair and my makeup, like, I just feel like it's, like, I just feel happier and complete. So, did that. And then I tried to get a hold of Grandma like 20 times. And when she gets all these calls, if she's been getting all these calls, I don't know where she's at. We're about to find out. If she's been getting all these calls, then I'm going to, take her to dinner. Because I'm hungry. Not because I want to be nice or anything. But because I'm hungry. And I just passed by the pet salon that I take Jackson to get his hair cut. And, like, when I got there earlier to drop him off at 1 o'clock, it was like, there were two people sitting out there by the building, just chilling out or whatever. And then I just drove by this time, and it was like, they were just, like, sitting there smoking or something, and it was really weird. So, I don't know. I just don't hang out at a pet salon. Not my forte. I hang out at a concert. I'll hang out at a bar. I'll hang out at a baseball game, but kind of don't want to hang out at a pet salon. I don't even really want to hang out at the real salon, like, for too long. Like, you know, if you're getting your hair done or whatever, and it takes, like, 20 years to get your hair done, like, it's tiring after a while. Like, you gotta take a nap after that. So, there's that. So, I still haven't figured out how to see exactly who's subscribed to me. So, if you have any insight on how the freak to do that, you should let me in on that. Because I got on a laptop computer. And I got on the laptop and I was able to find where you're supposed to be able to see them. But, like, if they're not subscribed to anybody, like, you can't see their name, apparently. So, I don't know what that's all about, but that's really weird. Oh, they're doing little peewees. Okay, let me explain what that means. They're doing the little leagues in baseball. Like, they're practicing and whatnot. Like, so cute. I remember when my brothers and I used to play baseball and softball, like, every summer. We were in some sort of sport. It was either, like, volleyball or baseball, softball, soccer. It was some type of sport that you can play year round. So I remember this crazy time that I was going into the 8th grade that fall. So the summer I was in 7th grade, and then I was to go into 8th grade the next year. I wanted to play softball really bad, and I waited to tell my parents that I wanted to play until it was really too late. And so I was a 7th grader and I was put on a high school team. Like, I feel like that's a big deal. I don't know, I didn't have to try out or anything. I think it was just something that you pay for, but my dad made it out to be like this big deal. Like, I was this big shot kid on the only 7th grader in the whole thing that's on a 9th through 12th grade team. Well, the summertime, they want you in the high school team. They were really hard on you. Our coach was really nice. Like, he was one of the girls' dads of the high school team. So I don't remember what their names were or whatnot because it was so long ago. I haven't been in 7th grade in, I don't know, a really long time. Thank you for stopping, because I almost ran into somebody. So anyway, so we went ahead and I played on the team, and it was really hard because they were super hard on you during practice and like games and whatever. But he was super nice. Like, he always let everybody play like he was supposed to. Always play by the rules. If we won a game, like, we always drove into town and we got an ice cream cone from McDonald's or whatever, and like, he treated us and whatnot. Like, we went places. I liked all the girls that were on my team. They were all really nice to me. That year was like the best year. Like, I played softball. Like, I wasn't really into sports after that year because of the fact that the next year I was placed on the same team, and he kept me on his team the following year. And sorry guys, that was weird. My lips are sticking together. So he kept me on the team, and instead of putting me back towards like a 7th, 8th grade team. And so when we got to the first practice, his dad was, he was an old guy, the girl's grandpa, right? So this guy was to take over his team. I don't know why, but this guy was mean. I mean, like, he was really mean. Like, if you weren't winning, that he was so disappointed in you that you felt like you were a failure. And I don't feel like that's healthy for a teenage girl, being like 12, 13, even like older, even 18. Like, it's not good for you to like feel so disappointed in that you don't want to play, or you don't want to do anything. Like, you don't feel like even trying. So with that much being said, like, I felt like I worked my tail off that summer. Like, I had to work so hard to even get on the field, like, for him to even play me. So, like, for me to work my tail off, and then he doesn't even like acknowledge that I am a part of this team, and that my parents paid good money, like between $60 and $90 to play softball. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, it's a sport. You should be able to just play or whatever during the summer. I don't feel like you should have to pay to be on the team, but that's just me. So, like, to pay like $90 on like a no tryout team, and for them to, you know, it's in the rule book that you have to let each player play at least one inning. He wouldn't even do that. If I remember this one time that I did get put out on the field, and I was right field all the time. I was always in the outfield because that's where I like to play. So my best friend Lavonda and I were always on the outfield. She was left field, I was right field, and then one of the other girls was center field. So we're all out there. Well, the ball gets popped up to me, and I missed it by an inch. If I would have stepped back, if I would have been just a little bit quicker on, you know, running backwards, I would have caught the ball. Well, he put me out there like, I was maybe on the field for maybe 10 minutes. Not even an inning. Like, I missed the ball, and which cost us getting an out, right? I mean, basic baseball logic. So, since I didn't catch it, he benched me for the rest of the summer. And that really, like, tore me up because I wanted to play. Like, I'm not the type of person that wants to sit on the sidelines and watch other people do stuff. Like, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it myself, and I want to play too. So, I even did that with football with my brothers. Like, I want to play, like, real football. You tackle me, I tackle you. Like, it's fair game. Like, no. So, I went ahead and I sat. Lavonda and I were benched. My dad threw fits. My dad, you know, I was like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. It's not that big of a deal. We'll finish out this, and then I don't want to play anymore. And I didn't. I told the guy off when he asked if we had anything else to say to him, and I was like, yeah. So, yeah, I was not, I wasn't an angel child, but I wasn't a horrible child either. So, I said my 2 cents. I'm sure you know what it was, so we don't need to say it again. But I said my 2 cents to him, got in the car, and I never played softball again. Unless it was like at a church youth function or in the backyard with my brothers. Which is really sad because words hurt. And, like, it doesn't matter how old or young you are. Someone says that you're not good at something, the more they say it to you, and the more you think about it, the more you begin to believe it. So, like, before you say something that may or may not hurt somebody's feelings, you might want to say it out loud to yourself. And, you know, before you even think about saying it to somebody, like, when you're alone, say that to yourself in the mirror and see if you would like it. I just feel like if people really thought about what they were saying to people and how what an impact it could be, there would be less suicides and less, attempts of suicide. There would be less violence in the world. Like, if you took all that energy that these kids are, if they took all that energy in what they're saying to hurt someone just for the hell of it and turned it around and you worked that much harder to make someone smile, to give somebody a compliment, I feel like our schools and our world would be a lot more peaceful. So next time that you want to say, when you think something mean, you either keep it to yourself or say it to yourself. If you don't like it, the person probably ain't gonna like it either. And before you say it to yourself, you know whether it's gonna be nice or not nice. So y'all need to think about what you're saying. And me included, because I've said some pretty raunchy things to people in the past. So And I'm trying to work on myself too. So we're all imperfect people. Like, God did not make us perfect. Because if he did, there would be no reason for earth at all. And there would be no reason for heaven. There would be no reason for the human race. If God made us, each and every one of us, perfect. Not perfectly impure, but perfect. If we were perfect, we didn't have any sin, we didn't have any remorse, we didn't have any reason to change, any reason to, any reason to feel, he wouldn't have made us in the beginning. Like, there wouldn't be an earth, there wouldn't be sin, there wouldn't be Adam and Eve. Like, what's the point? Like, we're not perfect, so you're never gonna be perfect. Unfortunately, I'm never gonna be perfect. Now, we are all perfectly impure. I do believe that. Like, we're all perfectly impure, and it's amazing. Like, there's so many different things to believe in, and I mean, even if you don't believe that there's a higher power called God, Jesus Christ, you most likely still believe that there's, you might still believe that there's a higher power. You might not call it God, you might not call it Jesus Christ, but if that's your religion and that's what you believe, then I feel like you should believe it wholeheartedly and strive to be as perfect of a person that you can be and the best person that you can be while you're here on this earth. No judgment, none at all. Like I said, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect but Jesus. So keep on living, keep on loving. You do you, I'll do me. But yeah. So I'm almost to my grandmother's house. She lives about 30 minutes away from me. So just so you know, I'm a pretty good grandkid because just drove 30 minutes just to make sure she's alright. So she better be here, and she better have an answer on why she ain't answering my calls. So if you're seeing this, Grandma, you just better hope that you're not ignoring my phone calls. But if you are, that's alright. I'll just come to your house. I'll just stalk it. I know where you live. No, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't stalk my grandma for very long. But I just made it to Monette, and I just kind of want to say that I appreciate anybody that is watching me, that is going through my journey with me. And they thank you so much. Like, this channel is giving me, I don't really care if anybody watches them or not. Like, this is for me and me only. Like, I'm doing this for me. If somebody else gets something out of it, if it makes them smile, if, whatever it may be. Like, if you're watching this and you like it, please like, comment, subscribe, do what you gotta do. But I'm doing this for me. So even if I didn't get even one subscriber, if I didn't get one comment or like, I could care less, because this is for me and my confidence, and to get things off of my chest, as well as not to feel so alone. Like, I feel like when you have a support group of people, even if you don't know who the people are, like, I love meeting new people, and I love learning about new cultures, and just seeing what the world has to offer, without even leaving the comfort of your home. Like, that is pretty sweet, I'm just saying. But I'm doing this for me. The journey that I talk about is, I've had a rough start, we'll say. I haven't had a really horrible childhood. Like, I had a really great childhood. But I just feel like I may have had a rough start. Like, most kids don't have to, worry about, worry about your mom and dad fighting to the death or whatever. So, like, that's another day, another story. But this channel, this is for me and nobody else. And I can't imagine, like, I just need to get some things off of my chest, and this is what YouTube is going to be for me. So if you like it, great. If you don't, you don't have to watch. Like, I know that I ramble sometimes, especially when I'm driving. Like, I don't have anybody with me. My husband's at work. My mom's at work. I'm the only one that's not working right now. So, for now, you're going to see a lot of me. Especially during the day, because I can't videotape at night unless I'm inside my house. So, and I'm not going to videotape while my family's home. That's weird. Like, I don't want them to know what I'm saying until I put it on here. Like, this is totally for me and my healing. So, again, thank you so much if you're here. If you are going through it with me, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. I love you. From the bottom of my heart, I do. Let's see if Grandma's home. Getting ready to pull in. Getting ready to pull in. Let's see, is she home? Where are you at? Where are you at, Grandma? She not home. So it looks like I'm going to dinner by myself. Well, that sucks. Well, I'm gonna go find my grandma. Toodles, y'all.